her swooping in and hitting us on the head in order to protect her balcony. Just to welcome you here tonight and to tell you that we don't have sound engineers, we don't have a cameraman. This is just Tracy and I sitting on our balcony talking out to a camera and hoping the neighbours aren't watching and thinking what idiots we are. And and hoping there are people out there that are listening.
Firstly, just want to ask if there's anybody listening and watching, if you can make a recording of this, it would be really appreciated. We got a request and somebody is not able to see us, so if you can do it, then I can put it on the blog. Thanks so much.
Our main thanks is to you, the viewers, for watching us. The webcam is pointless if people aren't going to sit on the other end of the world and watch it. We realize that we have a unique privilege. We have spotted eagle owls nesting in a pot plant on a balcony on what is the periphery of an urban area in Johannesburg, South Africa. It is the periphery of an urban area because we do have a wetland, and it does enable them some space to hunt in between the buildings. As far as we know, it's the only occurrence of a spotted eagle owl nesting in an urban area. We appreciate our privilege and we want to share that privilege, and it's for that reason that we put up the webcam, that we go onto the chat rooms and onto the blogs, that we go to schools and we give them our books, that we go to bird clubs, that we go to retirement villages and to societies, and we try and teach people something about the owls through our experiences here. Our big thanks must go to African, who have donated this camera to us for the period of 3 months, a sound engineer who came in for the microphone, the back office people that do all of the work. We phone them to tell them that the cam is down. It's constantly monitored 24 hours a day, so a huge big thank you to African for the camera. Unfortunately, it is only a 3-month breeding cycle, and as sad as it is both for us and for the viewers, the time has come when the balcony is empty and we can sit here in safety without a crash helmet and an umbrella.
We hope.
We hope. But it is sad. We miss them, and we know that you're going to miss them. So we have got some questions that we've taken off the blog, and we will attempt to answer as many of those questions as we can. And we ad lib. We don't prepare speeches, and as I said, we don't have cameraman and sound engineers. And we hope you did enjoy some of our African music for the half hour prior to us coming on.
Okay, thank you so much for everyone that sent through questions. I have replied to all of your emails. I have not been able to reply to all the comments on the blog, but really it's been quite emotional, and just thank you for all of your thanks, thank you for all of your enthusiasm and appreciation. Thank you for all of the special people that I've chatted to on the chat room, on Ustream and on Africam. Alan did some of the chatting too, although he types like this, so he's a little bit slower. I can at least type with both hands and all the fingers. So let's go through some of these questions. First question is from Gillian from England, and it's regarding the owlet sexes and whether you can actually sex them now.
Essentially, no. The sexes are alike. In adulthood, the female is slightly larger, but an owlet, no, we cannot sex them. We don't know of any non-intrusive means or non-scientific or veterinary ways of sexing children.
People have asked us what we think the sexes are of Teeny and Indy and Jelani, and reluctantly I give them. Just when I say reluctantly, it's because a lot of people have their idea of what a specific chick is, whether it's a male or a female, and we obviously don't want to disturb that, especially because we don't know. you just carry on thinking that Teenie is a male or female, India is a...
Don't prepare the nest itself. They don't bring in any materials whatsoever. They do use the nest to prepare themselves. They need to work themselves up into a hormonal breeding frenzy. And what they do is they do a lot of hooting, and then they actually jump into the nest and they scratch and they flap out and they kick up all the sand, and then the one will jump out and the next one will jump in and do exactly the same again. They're not actually preparing the nest. It does make a scraping, but I think it's more a case of preparing themselves and getting themselves up into a breeding frenzy so that she is receptive.
Okay. Do the owls go to the bathroom like an eagle baby? Do they squirt, or are these pellets they poop?
They do both. They most definitely squirt over the side. There are still white markings as evidence of that, but their digestive system does not allow them to digest the bones and the fur and the feathers of some of the animals and insects that they swallow whole. So the king crickets get swallowed whole, little rodents will get swallowed whole, and their digestive system cannot cope with the fur and the bone. It gets compressed into a small pellet, which in an adult is probably about that big, which they regurgitate. So we had evidence of both pellets and the white splotchings from normal excretion.
What was left on the balcony from the cleanup? What wasn't left? I think that's probably the easiest way to answer that question. There was absolutely everything. We get lots and lots of bones, we get feathers, pellets, poop, snake. We had the remains of a snake that Alan had to pick up, and the balcony has two small outlets which get clogged up when there are heavy rains and the water can't drain properly from the balcony. So all of this stuff was just lying in puddles on the balcony and just making a huge big stink and a big mess.
Normally, every time it rains, we have to come out onto the balcony with a stick and just prod the hole to allow the water to escape. But with the owls nesting here, we obviously couldn't come out in the rain, so the balcony was a mess.
How do owls take care of mice in the wild?
Probably a tricky question because we are not scientists, we are observers. My feeling would be that in a nest in the wild, as Teenie did, they would try and escape from the nest. So Teenie, as Teenie did, jumped out of the nest onto the ground. Now Mum would feed Teenie on the ground. And in the wild, this would not be a problem. Obviously, there would be predators out there in the form of, in Africa, we have genets and civets and mongoose and things like that. But Mom would do her best to protect Teenie on the ground and would continue to feed Teenie as long as Teenie was begging for food. The other chicks at the nest become full of mites would have done the same. They would escape from the nest and move away on the ground.
If you see us looking around, we can hear the bulbuls getting very upset, and I think one of the owls, or all of the owls, might come out soon. So we're just keeping an eye out to see if they're around. Okay, next question. Susan from New Zealand. How long approximately before the fledglings go out on their own? Very difficult. We actually can't answer that with great accuracy. We see them around the area for a few weeks after they leave our immediate garden area. We'll see them up at the top of the complex. We'll see them on the road or near the road driving about 600 meters or so from our house. They stay in their territory, but for how long until the chicks actually are kicked out and go to another territory, we actually can't really say with accuracy.
We're on the balcony, and for 3 months it's Teenie's.
It's now broken. There's little beak marks in it, there's little talon claws in it. Had to clean it to be able to hold it, but yeah, that's Teenie's shoe. And yeah, we might even put it on eBay and see, how much we get for it, and we might even have to pay somebody to take it. But yeah, that's Teenie's shoe. This is Teenie's owl box, and yes, we will follow the suggestion and actually name this owl box, because we've had it for a long time and it's never been used properly before. So we will definitely put up a sign saying Teeny's Owl Box.
We've got an owl.
A chick has just flown down there. It flew from the green belt straight down to the perimeter wall. We'll swing the camera shortly.
Here comes a second chick.
Second chick is coming.
There we go.
Second chick down onto the wall. Everyone's coming to say goodbye. Just heard Papa hooting. Can't see Mama yet, Papa Plant Owl, and can't see the third chick, but we'll let you know. Very exciting. Okay, I just want to finish just by saying we're overwhelmed at the support that we received for the wetland and saving the wetland because of these owls, and we're just so grateful. We're so thankful that you came and watched the webcam and spent time with us and asked questions, and it's made everything so worthwhile, and thank you from the bottom of our heart. I want to read just 3 verses of a poem that was written by CB, one of our regulars on the chat, and the rest of the poem is on the blog, so please won't you go and have a look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. There's another beautiful verse on the blog from Fee, so please won't you also go and have a look at that. And yeah, just have a look at what other people have written about what the owls mean to them. So here is from CB, a teeny tiny owlet. Teeny was a tiny owl.
No, I don't think you're going to be able to see it. But there's 2 chicks on the ground in the garden next door, and one of them is trying to attack a little orange.
It's the size of a tennis ball, but it's a plastic ball, and it's orange, and the chick is kicking it around as if it is a soccer ball, and it's just flapping and kicking. Alan, would you try to take a picture?
That's too far, the flash won't reach from here.
It's very cute. It's really cute. It can't work out why it's not stopping when it tries to jump on it. It just keeps on rolling, and it's very cute. So now we've got both of them in the garden. They're playing.
No, I was trying to see if I could maybe try and undo the camera to do it manually, but that's not going to be possible either. It's going to be a major job to undo that camera.
Mom has just arrived on the roof.
She does still believe that this is her balcony, so...
Okay, everyone, I think that's it. I think you've seen us now, our sweet, ugly faces, and you know what we look like. And just, yeah, thank you so much again. We hope that Mom is now not going to attack us because we're sitting on her balcony and playing with Teeny's owl box and Teeny's shoe. And lovely meeting you all, and thanks so much. And we'll keep the webcam on for a couple of minutes just to see if there's anything that might possibly swing by. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye.